How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zen over here bringing us a brand new anime discussion. And for today's segment, guys, we are going to be talking about To Be a Hero episode 6. And this episode, guys, was a little bit quirky in a sense due to the fact that in this episode we actually get to look at MoeMoe's reason as to why he was invading Earth itself. There's an actual reason as to why MoeMoe has been doing all these crazy shenanigans before anything that has happened, and that is because at the last episode 5, they introduced this brand new character. It was a female with a weird ass tail that was protruding from her backside, and in this episode they kind of gave her her backstory involved as to what kind of relationship she has with MoeMoe, and apparently MoeMoe has a fiance involved. Very interesting. Granted, though, this episode was kind of a pun on saying that when main characters have a crazy chick that's in love with them, this TV trope that they kind of used here was a little quirky in the way they kind of went with it, due to the fact that there was still an R-rated version in some implemented parts that they kind of showcased in this episode. But granted, though, it was still kind of enjoyable to watch, but to a certain degree, though. To a certain degree, guys. And the reason I'm saying that, because in this episode you're kind of looking more as to who this character, the data links, as they kind of described it in this episode. They're these creatures that are basically these omnipotent creatures that surpass limitless knowledge, you kind of say. And by that I mean is that they're basically just these storage devices, basically, that they carry around. But in reality they're just a tail that they're just protruding, but they use like humanoid bodies to store data in them. And granted, though, the tail is the head, and the mouth is the anus. Yes, guys. That's all. I was like a little bit kind of. I was a little bit weirded out. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of weirded out because the way they kind of went with that scene was because they showed MoeMoe apparently has some kind of weird relationship with this data links, and apparently how they met was very weird, and that's because MoeMoe apparently cleaned her anus, and by that I mean her mouth, her humanoid mouth. Yeah, it's a little weird the way they kind of went along with that. Like I said, though, yeah. And then you're looking at the episode more along the lines as they went through another kind of quirky phase, and that was when Yamada-san, he gave mouth-to-mouth reciprocation to the data link, and that itself was kind of a little overboard right there. I'm not gonna lie, that went a little overboard, and I was just kind of shocked as to why they went with that scene. But it was just for shock value right there, guys. Legitimately, anybody that saw that scene was probably dying of laughter, but at the same time kind of disgusted at the fact that it's still an anus, no matter what you look at it. And the way they kind of gave off of the kind of explicitness of that actual scene. Still kind of, but still, though, the episode did kind of gave off more and more exposition involving actual MoeMoe's family, as well as apparently the Great Emperor was actually showcased in this episode, and that was straight off a parody off of Marvel's, you guessed it, Thanos, guys. Like, legitimately, it had that same exact feeling off of Thanos itself. And I was thinking to myself, if they're kind of going along with that, maybe that's what their actual intent was, to basically get these kind of universal beings, like how Marvel has, like these giant omnipotent beings that are out there in the universe, or aliens, you kind of say. But like I said, I could be wrong, or they could be going through with another route and trying to show a TV trope that I might have missed. But it seems to be that this episode, I don't know, this episode wasn't all extravagant as I would have thought it was. This episode was just a little bit quirkiness on itself. But at the end of the episode, I have to admit, though, they did kill off another one of MoeMoe's family members, and that, in a sense, would kind of diminish the fact that the way that they're introducing the characters slowly but they kind of kill him off in the end of the episode. And it kind of goes on to say, like, why? I would have loved to see MoeMoe's actual brother, to see them in combat, or actually join the forces of Ossan and freaking MoeMoe. But no, they killed him off because apparently the data links, if you rip off the tail, they explode because they have so much vast information in them that they explode. But I'm thinking that's probably another parody in itself, because Howliners animation companies, they're kind of have so many contractors and investors with them that they have, I'm assuming these are like networking stations and programmers out there and internet, you could say, pages, that I think the data links themselves, guys, I personally think that's more of like a coding parody in itself. Data links, like, probably has to do something along with connecting with the servers, and then with the servers are gone, it kind of explodes into people's faces due to the fact that, you know, that it's too much information bombarding into one server, or etc, etc. Maybe it's something along the lines of that. I'm thinking it was a computer joke in a sense right there, because that's the kind of vibe that I was kind of getting off that little explosion in a sense. But at the end of the episode, guys, it was actually fairly interesting, as the lore of this actual, you could say, the universe that's inside this actual anime was kind of threw every viewer for a loop, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was actually kind of like stuck at the end of the episode due to the fact that Ossan has a separate body. That was actually weird. Like, there's a clone of Ossan that came to the front door of Min-chan's actual house, and then from there the episode just ended, leaving us viewers just wondering, like, what the heck just happened. And I'm here wondering, what the heck? Like, nothing is making any sense anymore, unless it's probably due to the fact that, remember the previous episode when Ossan was having his own dialogue with MoeMoe, and remember how he broke off character. Maybe that's when he kind of broke off out of that shell. Maybe, like I said, maybe this might something to do with that particular scene from episode 5. But I'm not too sure, though. They didn't really give off too much explanation right there. Could have been that particular scene, but other than that, not too sure. But that's it for today's episode, guys. There really wasn't that much to talk about in this episode. Just like I said, the quirkiness in this episode was a little too much, and it was a little overly bearing in this episode. And personally, I thought so too. But granted, though, these episodes, when you watch them, though, they're actually quick to watch. Though I can't argue right there. They're very quick to watch, and you know, and you'll be wondering, like, oh my god, 20 minutes is over. Like, But yeah, but let me know down in the comments below, guys, what you guys thought about this anime episode. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys find any of the parodies that are actual in the anime episode? And like I said, I personally think that the data links, like I said, I think it's a computer programming parody. I personally think so. The way they're kind of going at it, I just feel like it's a computer programming parody. But let me know if I'm wrong, guys. But that's it for today's video, and if you guys enjoyed my content, give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more To Be Hero or other fall anime related content. And as always, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen, signing